All right. I just want to again thank and praise Julie Younger for putting these notes together. So she writes these notes for us, and then she texts them to me and like on her notebook because she just writes them down. She's old school, man. And then I put them in this
Sure.
presentation, and I love writing it because it helps me so much, and it just makes me think. Like, these masterminds and going over this information and talking about it, writing it down, talking about it. I mean, that's just, I think, the part of the puzzle I've always been missing before I started this book club, because it gets so much more into you, right? So anyway, thanks again. And we're so we are going to start. Let me just make sure. Okay. All right. So the Miracle Morning for Real Estate Agents, chapters 4 and 5, I think, is what we got doing. But basically, we're going to basically talk about, starting the Miracle Morning, starting to do it. And some of you are already doing it. Some of you, and that's great. Some of you are just kind of waiting to see how this rolls out. What do we got to do? And that's fine too. Okay. So we're going to start with the agent wake-up call. The agent wake-up call. It's not the best real estate agents that make the most money. It's the ones with the most clients. Okay? All right. So how to do that? We have to bring value to people. Stop working to make money and start working for the client and how to find clients. And then he goes on to say, the agents who dedicate time to daily personal development are the agents who have the biggest success in real estate. I want to, a couple things I want to say. So yesterday, I had a great event here in Grand Rapids. Another EXP agent, Gail Zintak, who is in Kalamazoo, about an hour or so away from me, in South. You guys, I'm gonna mute you guys just so that for the video. Hang on, because I hear busyness, which is fine. Okay, so if you need to say something, chime in. But I've muted you. Okay, so anyway, had this great event here. She has, you'll appreciate this, Julie Younger. She's good friends with Hank of Ink. Who's also an EXP agent, who's a coach. And she did some coaching with him, like helping him coach others. And the whole 36, what is it called, Julie? 36 to life?
Yes, 36 to life.
So that whole concept, the idea is what your top 36 clients, people or something?
I think it's how to basically make a living with 36 people in your, yeah.
Well, so basically it's 36 people plus all the people they know, and it's like, I don't know, it's interesting, but it's good. So anyway, so she helped him coach that, but people were really enjoying her spin on it too, like what she was teaching to reach this, and it's all about building the strongest referral-based business, 100% referral-based business. She does between 40 and 50 deals a year on just 100% referral, all the time. And so she, so her class it's a Con Ed class that's approved in Michigan. It's called Referrals for a Living. So 3 simple steps to a rhythm of prosperity or something like that. So anyway, she did our Con Ed yesterday in Grand Rapids, and I had 25 people in the room. I was feeling good about that. I worked really hard to get people there. But it was so great. Like, she was just talking about things that we already know about building relationships, but this whole idea of bringing value to people and just sharing value, recognizing them, acknowledging them through for her send out cards. She does send out cards, and she takes pictures, and these cards show up in the mail with their people's pictures of themselves in the pictures, or so she had an example of she saw somebody on Facebook post one of their little kids pictures, she made it as her Facebook cover profile, Facebook cover. her little kid's drawing that she thought was cute, and she made it her Facebook cover. So she took it and she put it in a send out card. So if you know what send out cards are, they're like really nice, like they're almost like high quality with your like a glossy finish and printed that you can customize however you want. And so she sends it in the mail, and it's got this, the picture, or little kid's picture on the card, and then she writes something nice about it to her. Just does things like that all the time, not expecting anything in return. But that's, people love her for it because they feel so acknowledged, and they feel like they've been valued, So anyway, I just really enjoyed it, and I just wanted to bring it up because I might end up bringing it up a couple times when we're talking about this, but anyway, the other thing that I wanted to mention that happened yesterday, that was just so interesting to me, was I did a yoga class. I joined another a lender that I met up with, and I just really liked her, and she liked me, and she's like, "Do you want to like get together and like help each other be better?" I'm like, "Sure." So we did yoga yesterday. I'm pretty sore, but it was her very, very first yoga class, and I love yoga, but I'm just so out of practice. So anyway, but it was great. And then afterwards, she was talking about her word, that she had a word for the year, and it was systems. She was talking about having systems and how important systems were. And she was talking about this, and I'm like, oh, interesting, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, then later it was just so interesting. It was that whole reticular activating system working, Julie, because then I went to my event yesterday, and Gail, the presenter, she was talking about her word for the year. I'm like, I must need to have a word for the year because I don't, So she's talking, her word for the year was cascade, and she talked about this cascading of relationship with other people, and this cascading of success and abundance, and it was just really interesting. So I just wanted to share those two things, because it was fun. So okay. So this whole idea of bringing value to people, and dedicating personal development time to yourself to have more success. So one thing that we're going to get from, look at my kitty in the background. One thing we're going to get is more clarity. Most people never find the time to do things right, and then they end up making the time to do things over. What things are you going to give yourself permission to not work on? That's an interesting question. I don't like it. Having clarity and starting with productivity and time blocking, not time blocking. Time blocking is the key. This time blocking thing, you guys, I'm still trying to get down. I'm going to master that. Right, Julie? We're going to get that.
My problem is I try and cram too many. I live by my calendar, but I'm trying to cram way too many things in one day.
I know.
And I seriously, 4 hours of sleep is what I've been getting. And it's going to start wearing on me. Luckily, I have a very supportive husband, and my kids are in college, so I don't have little ones to, tend to, but I hired a coach on Wednesday.
Okay, great. Good job for you.
So I'm ready to take it to the next level because I capped on Friday, got a coach on Wednesday, got a new MacBook Pro yesterday.
Look at
so
you.
I'm doing things for my business because I worked the steps in the Miracle Morning, read 14 books, 3 audibles. I mean, I'm doing these steps, you guys. They work. You just have to have a routine, a mindset, and I'm a testament. They absolutely work.
Yeah. So I think it's great that you're getting a coach now, because you need someone to help you get control of your time a little bit. Still keep the momentum that you have.
Yeah, to keep up that momentum.
Yeah. So I think that's awesome. And I'm not ready personally to commit to a like with the, investing financially in that kind of coach yet. I will. But I did sign up for Jonathan Dupree's group coaching.
Cool.
And which I'm excited because I love Jonathan Dupree. I mean, he can do no wrong in my eyes. So, anyway, so I did do that. I have had a couple coaching calls with him, like 2 of them, and they were great. But I want something more regular, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay.
This is kind of silly, but do you guys ever beat yourself up when you don't do what you were supposed to do on your schedule? I find the negative self-talk comes in and then I'm mad at me, which is silly, I know, but how do you avoid that?
I was seeing someone raise their hand and I don't know her name. What's your name? Unmute your, or I'll unmute you. I can't.
Can you hear me?
There.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Kathy, go ahead.
Yes, I definitely have that same situation. I mean, I wake up with every intention at 6 a.m. and I don't get there. So, and then it's like, okay, well, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? You should be doing this. You should be doing that. I did, not to get too personal, but I had therapy a while ago where my therapist was saying you should do nothing. Take the word should out of it. It's your, try to use it in a different way. So mentally, I've been learning to do that over the years because I felt very guilty if I wasn't doing one thing over another thing, which is common for us ladies, I'm sure. And then so she basically brought it down to the point where you work hard enough where you shouldn't need to do anything. If you want to rest, you should rest. You don't have to feel guilty about that. If you didn't get to this, then that's okay. Don't feel guilty about not getting to it because it's not that you should, it's that you want to, that you maybe need to in certain circumstances, but take the word should out of it because that creates a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good thought. Yeah.
As best as we can.
Right.
So, and we've talked about this in previous books, Julie Younger, but I'm going to say a couple of things about that. So, in yoga, I do love yoga so much. I used to do it twice a day, you guys. I did it like at 6 a.m. and then 8 p.m. And I did it at a yoga studio near my house at the time where I lived. And I just loved it so much. And it was life-changing. But part of it because it was so meditative, and meditation is so grounding and helpful. And that did help me in all of my life. But one practice of it with meditation and yoga is the idea of letting go of things that are not serving you, which at the time, I was like, well, that sounds selfish. And I don't know if I should let go of things that don't serve me, but then I started doing it and I'm like, this is awesome. Woo, I feel great. And so anyway, when you're beating yourself up, like, okay, fine. You didn't do something. You probably should have done it. Is it because you need to work on your systems better? Is it because you just don't want to do it? You get to the root of it and just deal with it. Don't beat yourself up, because then it's going to affect everything else in your life in a negative way and set the tone. It's going to poison the rest of your activity, right?
It does.
Yes. So don't do that anymore. I know it's easy, but as you work on this stuff, it will get easier. And that's what brings me to my next thing is I was reminded yesterday in the Con Ed class we had yesterday is the whole idea of unconscious competence. When you first start something, and Gabby, you're a fitness trainer type person, and you might be able to speak to this, but when you start something, whether it's something physical or mental, any kind of thing you're trying to master, when you first do it, you have to use you have that conscious incompetence. You have to think really hard, and you don't really know what you're doing yet. And then you get the conscious competence. Now, okay, you're working on it, and you're I'm not doing this in the right order, but you get what I'm saying. You're working on it, but and you're starting to know what you're doing, and then you have, this unconscious incompetence where it's not the things that you're learning how to do are still on the surface. They're not just in you yet. They're not, in your unconscious, subconscious yet. They're still on the surface. You're still like making yourself do these things, but then
I think that has comes into play with like a habit,
right.
and so you really, when I teach people to lose weight, I mean, you need to take things in small chunks, and you need to be consistent and not put yourself down for not accomplishing everything at once, being a perfectionist or whatever, and just, keep going until you build those habits.
Right. And then that still leaves me the fourth thing of that unconscious competence, where it's just automatic for you. It's just, now this is it's part of your systems. It's right. What you do. It's not hard anymore because you're just doing it. It's kind of like, when I became vegan, when I first became vegan, like I was working so hard at like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do instead of cheese? And I had to figure out all these cheese recipes of vegan cheese sauces and stuff. And I was like in the kitchen. I lived in the kitchen trying to make it work. And now I just know what to eat. I'm eating too many things, but now it's just, I know how to do it. So anyway, and it's so good too, this idea of fitness. This is the other thing I was thinking about, this whole idea of that we have to commit ourselves every day to spending time with personal development every single day. It's just the same with exercise. Like I did yoga yesterday. I haven't done yoga or any kind of exercise in probably 2 weeks. And so I was sore, because, I was sore, and so, but, if I keep practicing every day, I'm going to get less and less sore, and it'll become easier and easier, and I won't hate life so much. It's the same with your mind. You have to be working your mind. So anyway, we'll move on, but I don't mean to digress into all this. It's just a lot that I've been thinking about lately.
Even if it's just like 10 minutes, that's what they say. Even if it's just, I know yesterday I was scrambling in between showing houses and appointments and meetings, and I ended up swinging into the gym, and I was like, okay, I can do this. I got 30 or got 40 minutes. And I spent like 10 minutes outside talking to another person. I'm like, dang, she just took up 10 minutes of my workout time. And then I ended up running on the treadmill for really, really fast, because I only have so many minutes, and I only did 2 miles, but I did it in 18 minutes because I was trying to hurry. And anyways,
that is awesome. That is so inspiring to me.
just go, even if you just go a mile, you did it.
Yeah, I love it. Yes. So, okay, so we'll move on. It's 9:30 already, so we'll try to hurry because we got a lot still to talk about. So, scheduling the morning miracle daily. So, scheduling time each morning for your personal development and self-improvement is essential for you to become the person you need to be to create levels of success you really want and deserve. If you want the level 10 success we've been talking about, start each day becoming a level 10 person, and then level 10 success will begin to show up. And that makes so much sense to me. Change yourself, and then your life will change. Duh. Okay. So start each day, and I love this part. Start each day by generating clarity and confidence, and then go. So let's not worry about generating leads. Let's generate clarity and confidence, because then the leads will come to us. It's like that law of attraction thing. Okay. And then we're going to go back to this 95% talk. That 95% of our society is struggling, and we need to commit to, thinking, not thinking. But I like that. That's fun. Thinking and living differently than most people, so that we don't end up like the 95%, and we don't just settle into mediocrity. We do strive for more, and we reach those next levels. So I like this vision too, or this analogy, or drawing your line in the sand. It helps sometimes to visualize these types of things, to like see it, like you can see that line in the sand. Commit to taking your life and results to your next level. Julie, good job. You can't wait for the perfect moment. You have to create the perfect moment. I love that too. So I love this because, you know, I am just all about personal responsibility for your own life. And that's what I understand now. And I didn't always, I think I've always been a super hard worker and grinder, but I never felt so empowered until the last couple of years, maybe, where I started learning and practicing that I am responsible for all that. I can create the life I want in the moment. Did you raise your hand, Gabby? Oh, okay. So this creating this perfect, like, and I'm, you know, this do it now type mentality, and let's not think about when it's going to be right. Let's just do it now. You know, there's no perfect moment. Well, I got to have this done and this done and this done. You know, let's just start now. I love that. You must wake up each day and decide that each day is the most important day of your life, and then live like it is the most important day of your life. I love it. Does anybody have anything that they want to say about that particular thing? You have to unmute yourself if you do.
I think that is important because, you know what, I don't know if he talks about it in this book, but his original book, you know, if you wake up and you keep hitting snooze, like you're setting the tone for your day.
Yeah, we are going to talk about that.
And you know, it is just wake up and have a good attitude, and it sets the tone for your entire day.
And that's fun that you brought that up, because we're going to actually talk about that in today's talk. So thank you. So making today the most important day of your life, we're going to continue that idea of committing to what you're going to start doing differently now, not tomorrow, not next week or next month. And I'm so guilty of this. I'll start it, blah, blah, blah. My friend in Alaska, I don't know if you guys ever use Marco Polo. I love Marco Polo. Marco Polo is like, it's just bleeding. Do you use it, Kathy? Oh, I love it. We can Marco Polo. Oh, yeah.
Yes, I love it.
I love Marco Polo. It's like Snapchat for old ladies.
I wouldn't call old ladies. We're not old ladies. Let them other people. We know how to use this, so we can't be that old.
Okay. But I love it because, like, I can get my my Aunt Leilani, who's in mid-70s, to use it, and she'll message me every day.
It's just easier than texting. It's just a video message. Hey, 30 seconds, done.
Yeah, and it's not a social media thing. You don't share it on social media like Snapchat or something. It's just a personal video message back and forth. So, and I even use it, my friend Rebecca, that, you know, we work together pretty closely. She and I, you know, and she lives 10 minutes away, but we Marco Polo back and forth. It's just easier than texting, and, you know, and I even can get my son to do it. So anyway, Marco Polo, I don't even know where I was going. My friend Tara, who lives in Alaska, I met her when I used to live in Boise, Idaho, and now she lives in Alaska. I live back in Michigan, but we Marco Polo, and that's how we keep in touch. And so anyway, so she and I are going to do a, we've done it before, but we never did it together. It's a vegan bodybuilding shred that she and I are going to do together starting on Monday. But before that, she was like, because she's like, well, maybe Tuesday. I'm like, no, we got to do that. We have got to do this. You know, we're not going to wait to do it Tuesday or Wednesday. Or we're get your food, go grocery shopping, make sure you got the right workout clothes, make sure we're going to do this, you know? And so, so anyway, but, you know, we both have struggled with that. Like, oh, how about we do it this day instead? So anyway, we're going to start doing it together. But, you know, I had to correct her and say, we're doing this Monday. We're not going to wait. We're committing to this. And she's like, okay, yes, I needed you to tell me that. So anyway, okay. So making today the most important day of your life, commit to what you are going to start doing differently now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. Your entire life changes once you commit to no longer accepting mediocrity from yourself. Okay? It is who you are becoming each day based on the decisions you make and the actions you take that determines who you're going to be for the rest of your life. And this is a hard one, you guys, because, I'm going to be 48 this year, and I look at different things in my life, and yes. How you too, Kathy? Yeah, awesome. When's your birthday?
October 20th.
Okay, I'm August 3rd. I'm older.
Yeah.
But anyway,
You're going to be 48 this year.
Yeah, I'm going to be 48 this year. And I think that I have accomplished a lot and things are happening. It's not like, but there's some things about my life that I've still not changed that are still the way they are because I haven't taken those actions and made those daily decisions to be different in those particular areas. And and so this one is like, I have to no longer accept the mediocrity and make the actual change. But what I love too is that it's not just making myself do it. It's spending this kind of time with you guys, with myself, to fix my mindset and develop my mind so that when I go to do these actions and stuff, it'll just become easier and easier because I've already done the affirmations or whatever it is. So it gives me hope. If we don't change now, our life won't change. If we don't consistently invest time into our self-improvement, our life will not improve. It's math. Right? So living an extraordinary life. It doesn't necessarily mean you're being rich, you're getting rich or famous. It means you're living your definition of an extraordinary life on your terms with the freedom to be, do, and have everything you ever wanted for your own life. No excuses, no regrets, just an incredible, meaningful, and exciting life. So here we go. Starting the 30-day challenge, the Miracle Morning 30-day challenge can give you the life you want. And you guys, I'm going to share these slides in the workplace group, but so that you can easily access them. We want to go through them again. But committing to the 30-day challenge, here's what that means. You decided that mediocrity is no longer acceptable for your life, that should say. I'll fix that. I just did this morning, so. Claim your greatness. Your life can be filled with abundance of energy, love, health, happiness, success, prosperity, and everything else you've ever imagined having, doing, or being. And then if you click on this, it will take you to the Miracle Morning Challenge Fast Start Kit, which I also posted in the workplace group, you guys. Okay, so it's also there, but it's right here too. So it kind of gives you the rundown of what we're going to be doing. So day one, how to kind of get ready there. And this is what you were talking about, Gabby. If you snooze, you lose. When you hit the snooze button, you are sending a message to the universe that you would rather stay in bed unconscious than consciously and actively creating the life you want. Sorry, yes. So we're, if we're just hitting snooze, we're like, that's okay, universe. Don't worry. Don't send me any good things because I'm just going to be here in bed, You are resisting your life when you choose not to get up. You are creating a state of resistance to your day. I don't like that. The tone of your morning has a powerful impact on the rest of your day, and it can become a cycle. A wicked cycle. Does anybody want to say anything about that? We good?
Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. The 5-second rule.
Yeah.
Read that
5,
book.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Mel Robbins.
Yeah, she's
5-second rule.
Yep.
So I don't know if you guys are like sci-fi TV show fans. But the first time I even heard that concept, it was way before Mel Robbins' book, was on that show Lost. Jack and Kate. It was like the first episode, I think, maybe first or second episode. And Jack and Kate, Jack has an injury and he needs stitches, and they find a sewing kit and he asks Kate to stitch him up. And she was like scared to do it. You know, it's blood and his skin, and she didn't want to hurt him, but and so he was, he's a spine doctor, a spine surgeon or some spine surgeon. And he was talking about, he allows himself to be scared for 5 seconds before he does something.
Yeah.
And remember that?
I do. Now that you say it that way, yeah.
So he said, he was talking about doing surgery on this kid, and some bad things happened, like spinal fluid or, whatever. Things came out of this kid that shouldn't have. And so he like freaked out, for a minute, and he counted to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He didn't count. I don't think he counted backwards. And then as soon as he let himself feel that for 5 seconds, then he just did it. He counted to 5 and just then fixed it. And then he was, fine. So that was the first time I heard that concept. So when I heard, and I've watched that episode a lot of times. So I've watched that series a few times because they like it. But and then Mel Robbins' book, she talked about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm like, okay, I get it. That's, count to 5, let yourself feel the fear for 5 seconds and just do it anyway. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. The Miracle Morning Day 1 continued. Okay, so when you wake up with passion and purpose, you join that small percent of high achievers who are pursuing and living their dreams. You will wake up happy, energized, and on purpose. Oprah, Tony Robbins, and then a bunch of dead guys, Ben Franklin, Thomas and Jefferson, Albert Einstein, Aristotle, and many others are part of the Early Riser Club. I used to sell Mary Kay for 8 years, and she called it the 5 o'clock club. Joining the 5 o'clock club. Well, Kathy, you're laughing. Did you sell Mary Kay too?
No. I know his name is Danny Morrell. He has a 4:30 club. So he has a bunch of people get up at 4:30 to start their workout.
That's what I think. Julie, do you get up at 4:30?
5 now. 4:45, 5. It was funny because I have how your MLS will automatically email your people that you put in a search for. So I had this client just this week who the system generated an automatic email at 4:30 in the morning. I happened to be sitting downstairs because my routine is I get up, first brush my teeth, wash my face, throw on this, and go downstairs and make a cup of hot water with lemon and a bowl of Cheerios. And then I sit in my chair and I journal and I read. Well, at 4:45, I noticed that my phone kind of lit up like I got, it was on silent, but I got an email from my client at 4:45 that he wanted more information on this property, and I emailed him back. And then when I talked to him yesterday, because I had never met him in person until yesterday when we actually went and viewed the property, I said, I want to let you know, I actually get up between 4:30 and 5, so I wasn't like stalking you, waiting for you to respond. And he laughed. But that was funny.
Fun. Awesome.
Yes, 4:45, 5.
The early bird gets.
And you guys, if I have something I have to do, like today, it's 6 o'clock is the book club for me here in Pacific Northwest, and I do set my alarm. But I wake up before my alarm, which is great because then I don't wake my husband up. But my mind just wakes me up. I don't need the alarm, but it's a backup.
Great.
How long did it take for your mind to start waking you up like that?
Not very long, actually, because you know what, Julie, your energy, your feeling, your excitement, it will come. You'll be like, I can't wait. I have so much going on. I'm like, okay, I got to get up earlier because I I got to get more done. And I get more done in the morning because at the end of the day, my day goes to hell in a handbasket. I need more time in the day, which is why I'm hiring a coach, because I got to get this under control. But you will be so excited to start the day that your brain will like, all right, I got to go. I got to get out.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will happen. I promise you. Because I set my alarm every morning too, but nah, I just wake up anyway. Yeah, you too. Yeah. And I like when I wake up, because I have Alexa now and I love her so much, but I'll be like, Alexa, what time is it? The time is 5:58. Okay, I'll get up, So anyway, okay, someone's chatting with me. Julie, Kathy is telling Julie, Julie, don't you think diet helps with your energy? I find eating less and better gives me tons of energy. Yeah.
I just finished the 5-day fast, prolonged. I lost 10 pounds. I have more energy. I have clarity. My girlfriend's a nutritionist, and she's, I told her she did it, and she felt great. And it helps your tissues and your cells. And so I thought, okay, I'll try it. But yes, I love to eat. I did it. I started at the wrong time. I started on a Thursday, so it went through the weekend, and it was Father's Day weekend. So going to brunch with my father and my husband and my sister, and I'm like looking at their mounds of food, and I'm drinking hot tea. It was really dumb on my part, but I finished it and I carried it through, and I do feel amazing. But yes, you exercise. I'm telling you guys, at least 10 minutes. Write it in your journal. I write it every day. I am committed to exercising every day.
Can I ask you ladies something? Have you guys heard of the Best Self Journal?
What is the self journal? I haven't.
No. Okay. So if you go to Best Self,
yes,
online, they sell these 13-week roadmaps. It's a book, and it's only 13 weeks. And you can get 4 of them, obviously. So you plan in quarters. So you don't plan for the year because that's just too much. So you plan what your goals are in quarters, and it breaks it down into weeks. So you write your goals that you want. I don't know if you guys can see that. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is, personal, anything like that. And then you make that commitment to yourself on the last page. Mm-hmm. And then from there, you have your calendar. Everything is blank, so you can do it as you please. And then you do your weeks, where you do your routines that you want to do and everything else right here. And that reflects the week. And then you go from the week, you go to your daily.
Oh, okay.
So basically, you start off with your main goal, and then you break it down by week, and then you break it down daily.
So have you been doing these journals a while, or did you just get started with them?
I've been doing them since last year. As you can see, I started schedule blocking, and doing that. It's only like $30 for this journal.
How do you feel like doing this and following these journals and following the system for the last year or whatever?
Mm-hmm. I have my ups and downs. I'm not gonna lie. At first when I was starting them, when I did the schedule blocking, it really works. Like I ended my day and I'm like, oh, I did everything already.
When you say you did the schedule blocking, did you do it because of how the journal helped you do it, or did you just integrate that in with what you were doing in the journal?
Both, because the journal also has training on it as well, and how to be more productive throughout your day. So they talk about things like that. Excuse me?
It has like time blocking training?
Yes. So it tells you how to do like batching. You guys know what batching is?
Tell us.
Batching is pretty much, okay, so if you have a presentation, Sylvia, today, and then you have a presentation tomorrow, you're using PowerPoint today, you're going to do both presentations because you're using the same system instead of jumping back and forth. So if you're going to do emails, you're going to time block that email time. You're going to do everything that you need to do. And then, so you're trying to compress everything that you have to do for the week and schedule block it by the day. So if you know that, you know, Wednesday and Friday, you have 2 different types of presentations that you have to do. When you schedule block, you're going to do your presentations on the same day because you're already in that system. You're already in that mind frame of doing the presentation. So don't get off and do one presentation, then go off and do something else, and then come back and do another presentation when your mind is already focused on that.
So batching is about creating that system where you're kind of working the same type of project.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
And then, but it also helps you. So then it helps you take that batching system and work it into your time block schedule.
Right.
So Kathy, Cheryl is asking, what is the name of this, please? And you said, what's the website to get it from? Best Self?
Yeah, let me, it's Best Self. I'm going to do it on my phone.
Yeah, you can type it in the thing. And then,
Yep.
Great. Yeah, type it in the chat for everyone.
Yep, will do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
While she's doing that, back to Julie's fast.
Yeah.
So I went to nutritional therapy school, and so when I got back from the convention, I did a fast as well, and I can send anybody it that they want, but basically it's 3 days, because I don't know what Julie did, but going right to just fasting is not good for your body. And so I do 3 days of raw fruit and vegetable, and you can have herbal tea, so no coffee, no alcohol or anything like that, herbal tea, water. And then the next 3 days is no food, but you can have watermelon if you have to have something. And then the last 3 days are raw fruit and vegetable. And so even though I'm skinny, I eat a lot of food. But that going into the raw fruit and vegetable kind of sets your body. The first day is pretty hard, but then after that, honestly, those 3 days, you're not that hungry. And it breaks, what it does, it detoxes your body. It breaks bad habits. You come out really not wanting junk food. If you eat junk food, you come out and you're energized and your mind is clearer. It's really, really good.
So
Sorry.
Where can you send us that plan, the 1-page plan of that? So
I can put it, I guess I can put it on, right? I put it on a PDF and put it in the group.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Great.
You can just call it Gabby's fast plan, 3-day fast plan. Okay.
You do lose, I don't do it for weight loss.
Great. You do it for like reset.
Gabby, yeah, Gabby, I'm looking for like I was off sugar for a little bit. It was like the most energy I've ever felt in my life. And that's really what I'm looking for, because I think for right now, that has a major impact on my getting to the point where I want to get to. Right. It's my energy level. And it's not helping that it continues to rain over here in Massachusetts.
I know. Where do you live, Kathy?
Massachusetts.
Yeah, it's just raining like cats and dogs here too. Yeah. Although it's a sunny day today here in Michigan, but
so you guys, this has a lot of sugar because you're eating fruit. I don't.
Right, that's okay.
I don't typically eat fruit because it is high in sugar. So I only eat fruit or root vegetables because they have sugar too. 3 times a week, 3 servings a week at the most. Wow. But during the fast, I do,
Mm-hmm. So yeah, but it's different than refined sugar, but I get what you're saying.
True, but you really shouldn't, we grew up,
overdo it.
Have as much orange juice as you want.
Oh no.
It's not, it's not. So you really only have three servings of fruit a week.
Okay.
Is sufficient, and root vegetables, which happen to be my favorite vegetables, but they're high in sugar as well.
Okay.
Sylvia, you made me think that maybe this book, we can coincide it with the mastermind.
What the Best Self?
Yeah, to kind of use it as a way to keep each other accountable.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, that could spin off to a whole time blocking group to help each other. Because it's the biggest, I think it's the biggest challenge. It's been my biggest challenge to commit to, okay, this is what I'm going to do and do it, and without getting sidelined or whatever, or, you know, distracted. Oh, I got to do this other thing instead, you know. So I think that, you know, it could be a spinoff to a whole different thing. So we'll work on that. Okay, that's coming. But I was going to say, you guys, I love that this group right now seems to be all ladies so far, and I think that's great for us.
So when women come together, we empower each other.
Yeah, I mean, guys are great too. Like when we did, you know, like Julie and I, when we had our last with 10X, it was basically really you guys, just 4 of us regularly, 2 guys and 2 girls, you know. And it was great, but this is fun. Okay. All right, so next thing. So when you wake up with passion and purpose, you join that small percent of high achievers who are pursuing and living their dreams. You wake up happy, energized, and on purpose. Oprah, Tony Robbins, Ben Franklin, they all were early risers. So we are talking. So writing down moments of your life when you've woken up thrilled, excited, and ready to go, like what Julie was talking about, that whole Christmas morning feeling. So the secret to making every morning feel like Christmas is to get yourself ready the previous night. So set yourself up for success the night before. You can learn how to wake up with more energy on less sleep by downloading the bedtime affirmations. And I don't know if you guys have done this yet, but if you go to tmmagents.com, you can download all these downloads, the bedtime informations, even like a smoothie recipe, you know, for an energy smoothie, and just the kit, the fast start kit for the whole 30-day challenge for the morning miracle. So, and other great resources. So there's 4 or 5 downloads. So anyway, check it out. All right, and you guys, I want to finish this. Because we're chatting and it's fun, but we've gone over our time a little bit. But we're just going to finish. So stick with me. If you can't for some reason, you can get the recording. But I'm going to keep going. So the step 1 to Miracle Morning is reading these powerful bedtime affirmations every night before bed. And in the slides and also in the group, I did upload the PDF of the affirmations. Read these every night before bed. You will feel the difference when you wake up. You're using these affirmations to prepare your mind for waking up early and feeling energized. And Julia, I just got to ask you, have you used these bedtime affirmations before?
No. I mean, no. Mm-mm. I don't.
Well, not really. No.
I'm so tired by the time I hit the sheets. I'm like 2 seconds, I'm out. That's why I
need a coach. Okay. So this is these powerful affirmations. And what is true about affirmations is, you know, if you haven't done them yet, if you haven't achieved, like this says, I have completed all my daily tasks necessary to prepare myself for tomorrow, including setting everything out. If you haven't done it yet, this is going to make you hurry up and do it. Grab your shoes, grab your workout clothes, get your bottle of water ready. You know, so anyway, those are the affirmations. Okay. Moving right along. So you're using these to get yourself ready and prepared. So the 5-step snooze-proof wake-up strategy, Yavi. So set your intentions, read the affirmations before you go to bed. The first thought you have in the morning is almost always the last thought you had before you went to bed. Move your alarm clock across the room, which isn't going to work for me anymore because Alexa, I just have to talk to her. But I don't actually need this anymore because I will get up now. But brush your teeth, which makes sense to me because it does help you feel refreshed. Drinking a full glass of water, maybe like Julie, washing your face, Julie, splashing the cold water on your face. I think that helps so much. Well, me, especially Michigan, when it's any kind of summery time, I get allergies. So like washing out my eyes and making myself feel clean and is important because it's too humid and stuff. And then get dressed in your workout clothes. Okay. So this is where we're going to start talking about, we're only going to do one today, but we're going to start talking about the lifesavers. So when you wake up in the morning, what are you going to do? You're going to work on the lifesavers, and you're going to commit to doing it for about an hour or more, but at least an hour a day. So you're going to practice the lifesavers. By practicing the lifesavers each day, you'll be experiencing the physical, the intellectual, the emotional, and spiritual benefits of silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing or journaling. He needed to find, the right word to make savers work. You're going to devote 10 minutes at least to each of these activities every morning. Okay, so the first one we're talking about is S, and this is for silence. The idea is that you can learn more in an hour of silence than you can in a year of books. Meditation, you guys, is been a challenge for me, and it only has worked for me well when I do yoga, because it's just a meditative practice anyway, and it keeps my body busy or something. But I'm going to try to commit to doing more meditation. The purposeful silence is one of the best ways to immediately reduce stress while increasing your self-awareness and gaining the clarity that will allow you to maintain your focus on your goals, priorities each and every day. Silence, meditation, prayer, reflection, deep breathing, and appreciation. These practices will relax your mind, your body, calm your spirit, and allow you to be totally present. So one thing about, I've listened to the book several times, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. And he talks about meditation in a way that, not to have any kind of conversation. Not having, so take this time not writing, and he says not even praying, because that's still a conversation and you're still like trying to make things happen with your mind. Whereas meditation is just kind of like really truly being silent, and being silent means not having any conversations. So I mean, I just thought I'd bring that, but you can do whatever you want. So step-by-step individual meditation is something you can do even if you've never done it before. So number 1, prepare your mindset and set your expectations. It's a time to let go of the compulsive need to constantly be thinking about something. Find a quiet, comfortable place to sit in a chair, sitting straight up. Maybe you're cross-legged on the floor or on a pillow, and make sure your spine is as straight as possible. I used to be in ballet, and my ballet teacher always talked about, imagining at the back of the crown of your head, a string being pulled way up so that your spine and your neck were completely straight. You know what I'm talking about, right, Kathy? Okay. And then focus on your breath. And you can close your eyes or look a couple feet in front of you on the ground. In yoga, it's called the dristi. A place that you just focus on if you're going to, to just maintain one focus, or close your eyes. So take slow, deep breaths in through your nose. Let's do it now, and out through your mouth. I did this at yoga yesterday. I'm like, oh, I forgot how good this is. Breathing into your belly rather than your chest. So when you breathe in, and I used to be in a lot of theater classes, and that was a big part of the practice, is breathing in through your diaphragm. So like filling up your diaphragm, like in your belly, not so much your chest, and then breathing out through your mouth. And then he gives the 3-3-3 breathing technique. Start pacing your breath in slowly for 3 seconds, holding it at the top for 3 seconds, and then breathing out for 3 seconds. My breathing pace kind of wants it to be 4 seconds, but you can do it however you want. But let's do it now, okay? So we're going to breathe in for 3 seconds at least. So through your nose, and then we're holding it at the top, kind of like we're getting high, but we're not. Then breathing out. So we'll do it again. This is so good. So, I mean, I think if you do it 4 seconds or 3 seconds, it doesn't really matter, right? Does it matter? it's 3 or 4 seconds, but I feel like I want it to be 4 seconds. So feeling your thoughts and emotions settling down as you focus on your breath. Allow your thoughts to be as they are. If you find yourself thinking an influx of thoughts, which always happens to us, try to focus on a single word and repeat it over and over again. So maybe it's a mantra. Maybe it's your word of the year. So like the cascade or the systems, whatever your word is. I decided I'm going to have a word for the rest of the year because I haven't had a word of the year, and we're about at the halfway point of the year. And so my word for the rest of the year is going to be relationships. Relationships. So try to focus on a single word if you keep having too many thoughts. Start with 60 seconds of meditation, and then as you master the practice, you might work up to 60 minutes. Who knows? Meditation is a gift you can give yourself every day. So that's it, you guys. So that's the first part of S.A.V.E.R.S. So if you guys, some of you, again, you've already started, maybe not, you haven't, but you can go to the Morning Miracle Fast Start Plan, which I put in our group in a PDF, and then also here in the slides that I'll share. You can just look it up, and you can just kind of start, even if you're not doing it perfect. Whenever you want to start, you can just start. And then but through this, our continued book talk here on Friday mornings, we'll continue to go through these S.A.V.E.R.S, and we might get through a couple more next time. Who knows how long. This first part just took a while because we had to kind of work up to getting to this part. So anyway, that's it. Does anybody have anything that we want to say or talk about or comment on? No?
Thank you, Sylvia, for putting this together. This is great.
And thank Julie again for writing up these notes.
Thanks.
Julie,
you mentioned Deepak Chopra.
Yeah.
They have an app that you can get for your phone, and 2 or 3 times a year they'll do a 30-day free meditation series. And
yeah, you can visit with Oprah, right?
Yeah, and there's one starting July 15th. And
okay.
And I've done 2 of them. It was 2 years ago, but I really like them, and I'm going to do the one in July. So I can put a link for that if you guys want. And they're free, and if you love them, you can buy them, but you don't have some of them.
That's great. Yeah, because some people, especially for meditation, it's not a familiar practice to some of us. Or for me, it's always been I get too antsy, so that's why it works for me with doing yoga, because I'm forced to, do it. But I really like it to be something I master, because I know that people like Tony Robbins, who are just master achievers, these are practices they do, and obviously it works. Okay. Before we end too, Kathy, because I'm trying to be good about transaction boards and stuff, can you quick explain your boards in the back to us?
Okay, so this one, the large one, is kind of what I'm working on now. And I have the people separated. If they're blue, they're sellers, listings, and if it's purple, it will be buyers. So right now, I'm pretty heavy on the buyers. I actually have to update. Oh, wow. Okay.
I know, it made you big.
I actually have to update some of that stuff right there and add some more. It's just a whiteboard, and we put tape on it.
Yeah.
So this one are people that I've spoken to that are not quite ready yet. And just so I don't forget about them, because I am really not that great with KV Core and opening it up every day like I should be. But at least this gives me a glance that I can say, oh yeah, that's right, I have to go back and talk to these folks or reach out to them. So that's pretty much my madness. And then if you really want to get into it, all my affirmation boards. And then I don't know if you can see Miss J-Lo over there.
Oh, I love J-Lo.
Yeah, so I have J-Lo for my workouts, and then I have all my steps and stuff over here, like what I should be doing to be a top producer. Then I have over here on this side, I don't know if you can see that one right here, right there. That's my bucket list.
So Gabby and I are both in Team Disruptor. We have these gladiator calls Wednesdays. Which, Gabby, help me remember to get on those. I've missed the last two because I forget somehow. I don't know. Got it.
I'm not on them. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, you've been on them. The gladiator call.
Wednesday with who?
Yeah, 10 a.m. with you've been on there.
Oh, with Kyle? No, not with Kyle.
Kyle is on there. Kyle and Curtis,
No.
and Scott. You've been on anyway. 10 a.m. You have been on there. So it's about it's all about recruiting.
Okay.
But Scott Lewis talks about having a room like this, a warrior room, like it's a war room, like you're at war, and this is where you have like all your stuff and your numbers and your plan and your goals, and you're just like soaking it up. Yeah. So good job having that war room. So awesome. Thank you for sharing. Does anybody else have anything else that they want to say about today's mastermind, or question or comment?
No, I think it's great. Just so you guys know that also in that Best Self book, it does have a line on the bottom, and it says, "This morning I'm grateful for," and then the three points. And then it breaks it down to the goal and today's targets. But the best thing is right after, when you close out your day, it has lessons learned, opportunities for improvement, so you can jot down the items that you think that, hey, I could have done this better for the day. And it also has a brag zone where you can put your wins for the day, because you always want to reflect on your wins and not just focus on what you didn't get to. And then at the end, you have, tonight I am grateful for. So it also has your affirmations there where you could say, in the morning what you're grateful for, and then in the evening what you're grateful for that day. And with the targets, it's what will make today a win for you. Mm-hmm. So you have your lines there for that. So it really breaks it down that it's very easy to use. You have your daily reflection, and then each page has a quote. And every day, and like I said, it's a blank, so you can start any day. You don't have to start at the beginning of the quarter. That's the whole purpose of it being completely blank, to make it your own. And then it has, very inspirational quotes on each page that you can read and kind of get you into that mindset as well.
I like it. No, because I've been thinking about that. And now, does it have, so Julie, the journaling part, when you journal, do you use just a regular notebook, or do you get something fancy? And then I wanted to ask Kathy, is there a room for, like a page room for a journal, actual just journaling?
I do the composition books. So let me see real quick if I show you. Because I'm on my third one.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
I don't know, but I know what you're talking about, those composition books. Yeah. Here.
Oh, hold on.
Like this kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I know, just to interrupt while she's looking for that, I have a win jar I use, and it's from like major wins. So if I have major wins, I put them in here, and then I review them anytime I feel a need to, get my mindset back right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that, though, actually.
Yeah.
I like it too.
Hey, they're the same color.
Yeah.
So I started journaling in January 1st. Mm-hmm. And I haven't missed a day. If my husband and I go snow skiing, we're going stay the weekend with friends, I take my book, and I still get up early and I still journal. I do front and back of each page. Wow.
What kind of things?
And I've got 3 of these books so far.
What kind of things?
January 1.
What kind of things are you journaling?
So I journal about yesterday. I journal about what my day today is going to be, and if I have any, thoughts about it, or if I'm excited about it, or if I'm kind of, if there's any, I've had some drama with one of my lenders. I put that in there, just kind of write it out, and I I talk about my kids. I talk about my, family. I mean, anything and everything. I really don't have a plan. It's just what's on my mind at that time.
Okay.
And then I'm excited because at the end of the year, I'm going to go back and I put the date, like this one I started June 2nd, is my third one I started. And then I put the, last day. So I'll go chronological and I'm so excited to just read back at the end of the year. But I'm not missing a day. I take this wherever I go. And you guys, it's just what's on your mind and your thoughts. And there's a couple times I've been here, I'm like, I'll be right back, because something came up or whatever. And then I come back to it. But I know it's going to make me laugh.
Yeah.
Julie, have you noticed a pattern?
The pattern, I haven't read back on my stuff, but I do at the very end. I have these little hash mark things.
Mm-hmm.
So I do. I put a little asterisk by the date. So June 21st, Friday.
Yeah.
So then I know where I am and what day, but I don't waste pages by doing a whole new page or whatever. I just put a little asterisk so I can know. But these little marks are my 3 goals.
Okay.
And so my first goal that I wrote on there was I'm committed to making $100,000 this year, no matter what. I wrote that every day. I've made that.
Yeah, you've already made that. You've already made that.
That's awesome.
So I had to change my goal. So my goal actually is I'm going to become an icon. My December 1st is my anniversary date. So I have 5 months to, I basically now need 17 more transactions, but I don't know if I'm going to make it, but I'm sure as hell going to try because I want to get my 16 grand back.
Yeah.
I want my money back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my new goal. But anyways, I write, for me, I'll just open up and tell you I write, I'm committed to becoming an icon agent, and I write no matter what. I'm committed to growing my S.A.V.E.R.S because that's how I do my business is referrals. I do not lead generate. I don't, I've done a little bit of that with KV Core. I've done some mailers, but really I think what I need to focus on is my S.A.V.E.R because where I'm getting my business is my S.A.V.E.R. People are like, you have to use Julie. I had a guy call me up 2 days ago that said, I've been trying to reach out to him and him and his wife because I sold them a house a couple years ago, and he finally called me, and I said, what, did you butt dial me? And he goes, no, I'm really calling you. I gave your name out to a Home Depot district manager who's been looking for a house for 3 weeks and has one to sell, and I told him he has to absolutely use you, that I fired my dad and went with you. And he really did. And he goes, and if I don't know that's a testament, I don't know what it is.
Right.
And I'm like, thank you so much. And so, it's just, people want to refer you. If you've done a really good job and you have that energy and the excitement around you, people want to put people with you because they know you're going to take really good care of them. So that's what's happening to me.
What I love is that so those of you that don't know Julie's story, Julie, she's an entrepreneur and she has that mind already. Okay. So it's not like she came from zero, but she's been in real estate and had her license for a long time, but she was a general contractor. She was in the business, but she wasn't practicing residential real estate in the way she is now. And then she joined EXP in November, and then between November and January decided she was going to commit to doing this because she saw all the potential with it. She read Miracle Morning, and really January 1st is when she started putting it into practice, right?
Yeah.
And doing the Miracle Morning. And then she's been, since then too, has been part of book club and, you know, doing other books, 10X and Think and Grow Rich. And, you know,
I've read 14 books. Yeah.
And look at and she's doing look at what she's doing. She's already made $100,000 in 6 months. I just think that's amazing. So you're inspiring. Thank you. So anyway, guys, it's 10:21. We should go. But thank you so much, everybody. Can't wait to see you again next Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time on the same Zoom meeting link. And I really appreciate everybody chiming in and offering things. And thank you so much. And have a great rest of your day, you guys.
Thank you, Sylvia. Bye, everybody. Have a productive day.
You. Bye.
Bye.